Hello ladies and gentle devs, welcome to another video where we talk about the statistics and numbers that drives our businesses. Who is this video for? Well, anyone who has less than a few hundred wishlists on their game before going into Steam Next Fest. If your game has more than a few hundred or a few thousand wishlists going in, you will have a different experience than those with few hundreds. Because yes, the more wishlists you have, the more wishlists you're going to get during Steam Next Fest. It's very similar to you need a job to get job experience, you need job experience to get the job. In this video I'm going to first talk about my experience and show you the different sections of Steam Next Fest and how and where my game ended up. Then I'm going to show you all the numbers such as impressions, visits, demo stats, wishlists and more. At the end of the video I'm going to give you some advice and also a rant on Steam. I have a video called How My Game Sold Over 100,000 Copies, which is a report on my previous game that was released in 2018. In that video I informed that only 2.5% of my sales come from Steam, and the rest of them come from consoles. And I have a feeling that the same thing is going to apply to my current game, which recently went through Steam Next Fest. As for the footage you see in the background, it's the same video I showed on my Next Fest live streams. That is why it says pre-recorded livestream at the top. The two livestream spots that you have for Next Fest don't have to be actual live streams with face cameras and stuff. My recording is more of a 10-minute gameplay. Alright, let's begin. On the main page of Next Fest, there is a section where you can see popular upcoming as well as most wishlisted and daily active demo players. If you're going into the event with only a few hundred wishlists, your game is most likely not going to show up in any of these lists. Lies of P is the star of the show in this event, so you're going to see it a lot. So where did my game show up? Well, mostly in the action, adventure and RPG part of the event. I did not see it in the recommended for you part, but that just might be because I already have it in my library. Now this screenshot is from the first day of the event. And in the action RPG part of the RPG tab, I spotted my game in the 6th page, which is nice. The placing of my game changed a lot during the coming days after. On Wednesday I found my game on the 19th page of the Action RPG tab, and on the Action Adventure tab I found it on the 31st page, and on the Story Driven tab I found it on the 31st page as well. So yeah, by Wednesday my game got pushed quite to the back of the line. One thing I don't like is the fact that when you hover over a game it says install demo instead of wishlist. I would have preferred if the focus of the event was on wishlisting instead of demos. Now what about the live stream events? Are they important? Is live streaming important at all? Well, my live streams within the booked events got somewhere between 300 and 500 concurrent viewers and somewhere around 60,000 total viewers per event. But I'm not entirely sure if these views are real views, and we will have a look at that once I show you the wishlist statistics. As for engagement, I wrote a comment saying that I'm in the chat if anyone has any questions, and only one person replied with, sadly. Before the event start, I had 350 wishlists. Now that's a pretty low number. I tried really hard to get my game into other game events so that I could have a good head start, but that didn't happen. The demo was launched a few weeks before Next Fest, and the 11,000 owners are just bots or something. Apparently, people enjoy inflating their library total game numbers, so they use bots to download every free demo out there. That's what I was told. The real number of players who actually played the game before the event start is 28 players. And the average playtime per player is 6 minutes. The 32,000 impressions are the impressions from Steam internal algorithm, and the 250 visits outside the parentheses are visits from impressions that are from the Steam algorithm. What I mean by this is that I have excluded any impressions and visits that are not directly caused by Steam, such as browse search results. The 15,700 visits inside the parentheses are visits that are caused by direct navigation and other external sources. I assume that's where my countless tweets and Reddit posts come in. Here are my first day numbers: 62 wishlists and 1 follower, 48 demo owners and only 5 of them played. I did not do a livestream event on Monday, but I did do a 24-hour loop of the livestream, which is something you can do. I use RoboStreamer, so I didn't have to have my computer on for 24 hours. On Tuesday, I had my livestream event, with 60,000 total views and 566 concurrent viewers. My expectation was that there would be hundreds of wishlists on this day. And yet my wishlist data was almost identical to Monday. It's almost like the livestream didn't do anything, even though I was able to spot it in the main page of the event. This bothered me, so I decided to look at the impression data. As you can see, the impressions have almost tripled compared to Monday, which I assume is the addition of the livestream views. Visits have doubled, not tripled. This is weird. It's almost like the livestream is not even being watched. These are what I like to call false impressions or false views. For example, on YouTube, you have to watch a video for at least 30 seconds for it to count as a view. That's how you know that the numbers are real, but these mean nothing. Wednesday, 31 wishlists. After seeing the disappointing numbers from Tuesday, I couldn't be bothered live streaming. Thursday, 30 wishlists. I had a live stream event going on Thursday, but the numbers didn't register. The impressions are there, very similar to Tuesday, so I assume it happened. On Tuesday, I was home at the time of the live stream, so I know for a fact that the stream happened. But Thursday wasn't, so I can't be sure. I did turn on the live stream a few hours prior to the event, so it should have worked. And the impressions are saved on the live stream event as well. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, very disappointing numbers on the wishlists. Monday, I didn't even know there was a Monday. 3 wishlists, but the impressions and visits are almost identical to the other days. And that, again, bothers me. Apparently it's the same people who have already wishlisted my game who are viewing and visiting my game again. So here's a question: if a game has been wishlisted by someone, why is Steam still showing it to the same people? Like if I wishlist something, remove it from the tabs for me. That way I can explore more games. Here are the total numbers. These are from the 7 days. And here are the going out numbers, which is going in numbers plus the total from the 7 days. Look, I've already found my foothold in this industry. As I said, my previous game sold over 100,000 copies. 97.5% of these sales came from consoles. And regardless of what happens on Steam, my new game will do better on consoles. There is also a good chance that I will release my game on Epic Game Store simultaneously with my Steam release, which is going to be around September 2023. If that happens, I will make a video in January 2024 and give you a comparison of the two platforms. And after the console releases, I will make another video and report on that as well, so keep an eye on this channel. What bothers me is not what happens to me and my game, it's what happens to the other new aspiring game developers. Steam crushes the soul of new game devs. Let me give you an example. I have a friend, a female friend, and she's obsessed with beauty. On Instagram, her pictures get somewhere between 10 to 30 likes. However, she follows a lot of beauty models who get thousands of likes, and that crushes her because she feels ugly and unattractive compared to them, even though she's very beautiful by my and all standards. Another analogy, one that men can understand and women will never be able to understand, is Tinder. Most men are not ugly or unattractive, but on Tinder, they will feel that way. Tinder is designed to give all the super handsome men all the girls, while the below average and average men fall into the other category. Steam shares many similarities to social media, especially Tinder. It is a soul-crushing platform. The bad games, average games, and good games fall into one category, while the really good games fall into the other category. Meanwhile, almost all of your wishlist traffic needs to come from outside sources in order to trigger Steam's algorithm. Problem is that most developers don't have these sources, so regardless of how good the quality of their game is, they will be challenged on Steam. I worked 3 years on my first game and 5 years on my second. I should not be competing with asset flippers and people who have been working on their games for less than a few months. And that's the problem. A problem that does not exist on most other platforms. Here's what I did in order to sell a lot of copies on the 3 consoles. I released the game. That's it. That's all I did. I didn't even contact the press or YouTubers or post about it on social media or anything. I'd already done all that with my Steam release in prior months, so I was burned out by it. I have done most of my marketing for Steam, and yet it's elsewhere my games do the selling. Why am I even on Steam anymore? Well, couple of reasons. One is that if a YouTuber decides to cover me, it would be more convenient for them if the game was on Steam. 2, if my friends decide to play the game, it would be more convenient for them as well. Also in the future, where my outside popularity and reach has improved, I can do better on Steam. The real reason that I have made this video, however, is to tell you that I have been soul crushed by Steam before. When I released my first game and saw the sale figures from my first week, I got so depressed that I didn't even want to send the submissions to consoles. I just assumed that there was no way they would accept me. Fortunately, I did do it, and they accepted me, and here we are. But a lot of game devs don't know about this. And a lot of game devs, after releasing on Steam, might end up in the same state of depression that I was back in 2018. To those devs, I say this: send your submission to every platform you know, especially if you have worked on your game for at least 2 years. Value your own game, value your own work, and others will too. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.